Welcome, Chingus, to episode 43 of This Week in K-Pop. In this episode, we will talk about After School, Boys Republic, BtoB, CNBLUE, Park Ji-yoon, Sam, Speed, Sunmi, and T-ara. My name is Steven, and this is my normal co-host, Josh.
Hi.
And This Week in K-Pop is a discussion podcast that covers the week's K-pop news and music video releases. And each week, Josh and I alternate on deciding the best song of the week. But before we get to that, this is the first time we're recording the podcast with a brand new microphone.
Brand spanking new. It's a Blue Yeti. Spent a little bit of money to get it.
It took a while. It was supposed to come in about 2 weeks from America.
Yeah.
It took like a month. But hopefully, if you're watching this or if you're listening to the audio version, especially the audio version, tell us what it sounds like. I'm hoping it sounds a lot better because it should. This is, it costs like $120.
Yeah, hopefully it sounds more clear and you hear less of the static and fidgeting that we do when we do record a podcast.
Yeah, because we do fidget.
A lot.
But anyways, so hopefully if you're brand new to the show, let's get to it. This week, Josh has the pick of the week.
So my pick of the week is, no surprise, it is Sunmi with Full Moon. Now, Sunmi is back, much to your excitement.
She's back.
She's back.
One of the girls ain't dead.
Even though he keeps saying it, and people were
People
not
are mad
happy. Right? They didn't, okay. But it's produced by Brave Sound.
Brave Sound.
We both love Brave Sound.
Brave Brothers.
So it was going to be a hit from the get-go. We love Sunmi. We love the Wonder Girls. We love Brave Brothers. And it was just a hit all around. I really love the music video too. There's so many catchy parts in this song. And Lena does a great job of rapping in the song. She's from the JYP training group that's going to come out. 6 Mix, I think it is. Something like that.
I really hope they don't go with that.
5 Live, 6 Mix, got 7.
That's the dumbest. I mean, we've said this before on the podcast. There's all group names are dumb. But it's just especially a little cringy. Just a little cringy. Yeah. But as long as there are 5 guys and 5 Live, 6 girls and 6 Mix.
There's 7 guys and
7 guys and got 7.
7 guys
I
and got
mean,
7.
I'm down with that. Looking at you for a minute.
5 people in 4 minutes. Just call it 5 minutes.
Just call 5 minutes.
4. Plus 4.
Never gonna live that down. But you know what? If this was my pick of the week, I definitely would also pick Sunmi's Full Moon. Pretty much, this is the only song I downloaded and kind of even listened to twice this whole week. It was kind of a lame week for me personally. But I really like this song for many reasons. I mean, the beginning, the like that's just the rest of the song doesn't even need to happen. That's so damn catchy. And of course, it's very Brave Sound, trademarked. I will say, to be a little more like of myself, I was kind of underwhelmed, especially the first verse that Sunmi is singing. Now I'm a big Wonder Girls fan, but Sunmi is not really known to be an amazing singer, and we just watched a live performance and it wasn't that good. So
at least the singing part wasn't that good. The singing wasn't good. They made a lot of changes to the choreography too, which I didn't appreciate as much.
Yeah. So it was a little underwhelming, especially right after the A part, and then she starts singing. But as the song goes on, and the more I listen to it, it's like I still really like it. Chorus is definitely the best part. I like the rap. I think she does a good job, Lena. I still wish in the hearts of hearts that it was Yubin, because I think they have a very similar rapping style.
A little bit kind of like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I miss Yubin. If you haven't listened to this podcast before, I have 3 cats, but
3 cats.
2 of them are named Yubin and Sunmi, so they're my favorites. Yeah. And that kind of shows, how much I like this. I really liked her dancing. I thought it was, sexy, but not too crazy.
Good amount of sexy and believable.
Yeah. She has the kind of spreading her legs part open, but which is a lot. I mean, that's a lot, but I don't think it's like, and she does have the breast padding.
My boobs are on fire.
Yeah. Get that in there. And of course she has the kind of twerking on the ground move, which I actually thought was really sexy. I thought it was really done really well. Too. And it's kind of a shame. Like, we watched the live performance and she changed almost everything we liked about the choreography.
Almost everything.
But you know, it needed to be done. I think a lot of the stations are being extra sensitive.
Extra careful
after the gangbang of Sexy.
Yeah.
But I really like it. 24 Hours was good.
24 Hours is really good.
But I think I like this better. Maybe the Brave Sound bias in there.
Maybe.
But I'm really happy. I'm really happy that JYP still has kind of a good... it sounds different than a lot of other groups.
I like that, yeah.
So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah. I actually like the first verse. I think it's like a good, like, soft, whispery kind of singing. And I like that. It really fits the song. But when she was performing it live, it was not the same. It definitely sounded better on the recording. But, you know, when you have to perform live and dance and such, it's a little bit more difficult.
And I will say that it's actually something American songs have been doing for a long time, which is they put the catchiest part of the song in the beginning. And a lot of Korean songs don't do that. Especially when I edit the podcast, a lot of times when I'm adding songs into the audio version, a lot of songs don't remotely get okay for the first minute and a half.
Some songs have to build up, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of build up. And I remember reading an article about American songs and how once iTunes became a thing and you would hear like 15-second previews, like the first 15 seconds of a song preview, or 30 seconds now. It's much longer now.
It's much longer now. It's like a minute 30, maybe even now.
But in the past, it was pretty short, and so a lot of songwriters started putting the hook or the catchy part of the song in the beginning of the song because that's the part that would be previewed.
Yeah.
And I think that Brave Sound or Brave Brazos did a good job of putting that in front of the song, because I think without that hook in the beginning, I would not have instantly been like, this is my jam. But it really is, it is my jam, and I'm thankful that the song came out this week, because
it's a really great song.
It is. And when next week happens and maybe Girls' Generation is released and it's my pick of the week.
I see how it is.
Yeah. But let's talk about the next song. We have a lot of these Brave Sound episodes recently, and that's only because he's
busy. He's a busy guy.
He's a busy boy. He's a busy brazos.
He's a busy braza.
But he released another song with another group, BtoB or BtoB, with their song Beep Beep.
Tweet, tweet, bang, bang.
Now, we'll let Josh talk about this first, because
so
he's definitely listened to this song a lot.
So we did a reaction for this video as well. I loved the video. It was really, really fun. I felt like they weren't trying too hard to act tough, and I like that. I like when people and groups look like they have more fun than they are trying to portray their image. They kind of should just let it happen naturally. But that also goes a lot with how music videos are cut. And I think this music video is cut very well.
Yeah. It's not like chain.
Yeah, sometimes these music videos are just edited in a very strange way. So I'm glad it came out the way it did. It was great. I, for one, am a big fan of the song. I think it's really, really catchy. I really, really love the hook. And it's just fun. It's just a fun song that I like hearing whenever it comes on my playlist. But Steven, you have a different opinion, do you? Don't you?
It's different, sort of. I actually don't mind the song. Like when we reacted to it, I wasn't against the song. I agree with everything you said. It was really fun. I also like it. Like that's why we like people like Shinee, because he just looks like he's just having fun. His music videos are fun. He doesn't
take himself too seriously.
Yeah. And last week we talked a lot about the swag crews and stuff. And so BtoB was really happy because they weren't like that. They looked like they were having fun. The move was silly. But the more I hear the song, the less I like it. I was trying to describe to you what I felt, and I don't think I can. But just the more I hear the beep beep, it's just like it just gets annoying. It just gets annoying. I don't know why. It could be because I just hear him sing it all the time, and I'm just like, stop it, stop it. But I don't know. It's definitely better, even though it's annoying. It's definitely one of the better. Actually, one of the best boy group songs that I've heard in a while.
It's true, yeah.
I will say that because, I don't really like boy groups that much.
You don't. You're not a big fan of boy groups.
I'm really, a lot of times I'm really turned off by their image. And so I can't enjoy the song as much.
Yeah.
But I think BtoB or BtoB, they did a good job. And, you know, Brave Sound lended a hand.
Maybe it's just a bit of
just a little bit. But definitely, you know, all of Brave Sound songs for girls do sound very similar, but I think their guy songs don't.
It fluctuates a lot differently for guys. You can definitely tell it's like, oh yeah, this does sound like Brave Sound, Brave Brothers, but it sounds usually more different for guy songs from song to song.
Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of Brave Brothers and Brave Sound, they came out with a song, After School with TWIK. Now, After School, this is a collaboration song that Brave Sound is doing for their 10th year anniversary, I think.
Yeah.
And this is the third one?
The third one. The second one was 4 minutes, Only Gain Weight, which is still a freaking amazing song.
That is an amazing song. We love that song. That we still play it all the time. No. This song was good. It definitely has like the Brave Sound influence, but I didn't really like it as much. Out of a lot of the Brave Sound songs that I've heard, this is one of the ones that I kind of feel like lukewarm about. I'm not like jumping up to try and download this song and stick it on my playlist immediately, which is what I find I do with a lot of Brave Sound songs. But this one, not so much. The video was also a little bit boring as well.
Yeah, the video. Well, there wasn't a video.
Oh,
it was just an audio version. I think you're thinking of.
I'm thinking of that. Yeah, I'm thinking of that one. There's no video for this one.
Yeah,
I misspoke. There's no video for this one, but it's an okay song. It's just an okay song.
Yeah, I think. Oh, if you say okay, that must be really not good.
Yeah.
I think it suffers from like too much Brave Sound. Like I think if this song came out maybe in a time where there wasn't 15 Brave Sound songs and a lot of them freakishly good, it would do better. Like the background, like the background sound, I think is pretty catchy. I think the vocals didn't really add that much to the song. But I also thought the same way with the 4 minute song. I thought, they did an okay job singing it, but the greatest part about that song is like the harmonizing, like the sounds and just the overall kind of beat. And I think this song definitely in the recent Brave Sound
like
explosion,
song,
it's one of the weakest ones. I still like it more than most of the songs that I've heard in the last couple weeks, though. So I definitely will download it. I don't know if it'll hold up. But I have a Brave Sound playlist. I ain't gonna lie.
Just keep adding to it.
Just keep adding to it. I'm really excited. Maybe you're tired of hearing about Brave Sound, but I think he does really good work. And I think I am getting a little. I think it's a little too much. I think he needs to take a little break.
He's not gonna take a break though. He's
probably riding the high, but you gotta take a little break because his songs do sound similar, right? You gotta take a little break, maybe come back in like August, September, and
Yeah, because every producer has their own flavor. We say it all the time. Like Brave Sound has a specific sound. Raw D, who else? Primary has his own sound. Like you definitely can tell a certain sound from certain producers. Like E-Tribe kind of has a sound. Double Sidekick. They all kind of have something that it's like, oh, this really sounds like a Double Sidekick song. This song sounds like a Primary song, right? Yeah. And when you release songs like back to back to back so often in a year, you kind of
could be a little much.
Yeah, unless you're innovating like a completely brand new sound, which is very difficult to do. They're gonna sound a little bit similar.
Brand new music
presents over class.
Which, speaking of, I want Shinee to come back. I want some Purple Jinta, some Swings.
I want some brand new music.
I want some brand new music.
I think Swings is coming back though.
Excited. All right. Well, the fourth video we're gonna talk about is a small dude. His name's Sam, and his song is called Garosugil.
Garosugil.
It was close enough. Now Sam, if I recall, is Superstar K guy. No. Sam is he was a guy that's been training for a long ass time.
He trained for like 8 years.
He trained for 8 years. I'm sorry. There's a lot of new groups recently.
Yeah, a lot of guys we don't know.
And actually, for me, I think for once I enjoy this song more than you enjoyed it. I'm not saying it was an amazing song, but it was a decent song. I thought it was a song you would like. I think it has all the the fillers of what you would like, but what did you think about this song?
So this song, the production of this song is great. The beat is fantastic. Just a fantastic beat, fantastic melody. I'm just not sold on his voice. It doesn't really suit the song very well. There are some falsetto parts and some parts where he kind of has to act a little bit kind of like smooth and R&B, and I don't get that R&B feel from him. I feel like I'm probably gonna. I mean, if you're a fan of Sam, I'm sorry, but I feel like a lot of different singers can sing this song better than he can, even though he's trained for such a long time. Different song.
Computer. Of course you'll lag and stuff, but sorry about that, video viewers. No, I will kind of agree. I didn't think he was that different than a lot of the other groups that we're watching. I think for a first song, he's pretty good. I mean,
if this is his debut song, I'm not sure if it was his debut song, but if this is his debut song, it's fantastic for a debut song. It's definitely not on the level of like a rookie or a debut. It's definitely high up there, as evidenced by his training. I just don't think the song suits his vocal style.
Yeah, I want to see what his other kind of songs are, if they're all in this kind of style. But I don't think it was too bad. I don't think I'll download it. We have heard other songs that are better than this recently. So, I mean, I think good luck. I mean, Sam, I mean, you got a plain ass name. Like, last time I heard a name like this, you're like Roy Kim. Like,
Roy Kim.
Like, Roy Kim. All right, you're just a chingu, you know? You're just a dude.
Yeah, you're just a chingu,
Roy Kim. So, Sam, good luck. Look forward to it. I really do, actually. I'm more and more, I look more towards this kind of sound than some of the other sounds we got.
Yeah. And 8 years of training is no joke, man.
No.
I mean,
at least you didn't train for 8 years and came out as K-Much, you know?
Ooh. K-Much, though.
Anyways, so that we got, we made it halfway through, even though it was we went through that pretty fast today.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really have much to say. We like the songs pretty much.
Yeah. So this is when we kind of talk to the people that listen to us, and we just say thank you.
Thank you for putting up with us.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody who subscribed to us on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think because of the Sunmi and the Stellar kind of video, we did get
releases.
A lot of subscribers. So we're over 800 now.
Hey.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but
it means a lot.
A lot. It does mean a lot to us. So thank you. If you are listening to this podcast for the first time, or you're a long-time listener because of that.
Yeah, because when we started back up, or when you started back up again, and I joined, we were at maybe like 100, 150 or something like that.
Oh,
something tiny.
Something not good.
A tiny number.
So thank you. We also want to remind you that on Wednesdays we do kind of two-way gooks in Korea, where we talk about things that we experienced living in South Korea. Last week, episode 9, we talked about Valentine's Day and what that was like.
If you missed that, go check that out.
Yep. And episode 10, which will be coming out this Wednesday, is about eating out in Korea and kind of the differences between America and Korea.
Yeah.
And just cool, interesting things that Korea has that America should learn and should do.
Or maybe some things that we don't like about Korean restaurants, but just some differences we just talk about in that Waygooks. So
yeah, I actually really like that one. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
And of course, on Fridays we have our Fun Fridays. We have our game. It's called What Is That?
What is that?
And episode 2 was released last Friday. Episode 3 will be released this Friday. And that's a K-pop guessing game. So if you like K-pop, you've been watching the MVs, you should give it a shot. Play with us. See if you're smarter than us.
Probably are.
You probably are. And every week is an episode, but I think 4 episodes will be one game. So progression kind of continues. So check out episode 1 if you haven't checked that out already. Oh. And now it's time for the news.
The news. We don't really talk about much news nowadays. Nothing, I mean, besides a few things. Nothing really happening.
Yeah. I try to make it a point not to talk about rumors and this he said, she said stuff. So, just like in real life, there's usually not that much news.
Yeah.
But last week we talked about Girls' Generation.
And their music video being pushed back.
Yeah.
Some data was lost. They had to reshoot some scenes. Blah, 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 blah. But it's just a whole bunch of nonsense right now that's going on. You know, with the whole controversy of like YG promoting at the same time. Like even 21 was interviewed, like, how do you feel like promoting at the same time as Girls' Generation? And they kind of echoed what we echoed. We're like, well, we have a different sound, so I don't know why everyone's like kind of, you know, pitting us together already.
Sure.
But so today is Monday. No,
Monday the 24th. Monday the 24th.
24th, and
in Korea.
And we were originally going to do this podcast yesterday and release it like at midnight, but yesterday there was a mishap or something, because Mr. the album was released on iTunes for about a couple hours. People were downloading it like mad, and then they took it down. And then as I took it down, they're like, whoops. Yeah. Too early. And
but of course that makes sense, because the original day was supposed to be the 24th.
Yeah, the album was supposed to come out on the 24th at midnight.
They just didn't communicate that to the iTunes switch that was like, go.
But
so
I guess
a mistake that makes sense.
I guess to cover their bases, they said, well, let's just release the album today. And they released the album today. I've listened to most of the album except for Mr. Yeah, I'm saving that for the reaction.
Want to keep it raw D.
I'm trying to save it for the reaction. I listened to all the other songs. I really, really like them, but I'm biased, of course. And it's kind of strange because we thought that SM was going to start with the music video and then go from there. But once something's out on the internet, you can't take it away. Yeah, dick pics.
We were talking about yesterday how it was. We were like, oh, they released it and then they took it down. It's like, why would they take it down? Because once they take it down, they're just missing out on real sales, because people are just going to pirate it to send to other people. Especially
when you can't buy it. You can't buy it. Like, people were putting it up on YouTube. People were like putting it on SoundCloud, whatever they could, just so other people could hear it. Yeah. And they thought they were doing the public a favor. Yeah. Right.
Which makes sense, right? You really want to hear it. You can't get it officially, but other people have it. You want to listen to it. I know some people stay strong and they didn't do it
because they want to like support the girls. That's what I did.
Yeah, but the majority of people won't do that, right? They'll be like, I want to hear it. Let me give it to me. So I mean, it's good that they not listen to us, but it's good that they realized, oh, we just need to release it, because then we're just going to lose out on a lot of digital sales. Probably.
And it's already out there. Yeah.
Because if it's out there, it's out there. You can't.
It's gonna go.
You can't take that back. You might as well just do it.
That's something that's so hyped up like this and so like anticipated. You can't really.
Yeah. So it's really good. I say props to SM for actually realizing, using some common sense, and not kind of holding it back, because it was a real possibility. They were just like, oh, we're just going to hold it back for another week. And that would have been a dumb motherfucking decision.
But what is a dumb motherfucking decision right now is that they're like, oh, we don't know when the music video is going to come out. It's going to be a surprise.
And that's a problem for many reasons.
That's a problem for us, especially because I am going to Busan for 2 days. And if they release this music video in Busan,
I'm going to do it myself.
Then we might have to video chat this reaction.
We're not sure what we'll do if that happens. But, you know, it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. Either way, you'll know about our reactions. It may be late or whatever. But we all know it's going to happen, and you know he's going to like it. But it was our one chance to have the fanboy reaction that all the other fanboys do. But I do think it's really strange that they just don't release the video. I mean, yes, they had to reshoot it. I get it. But
they might not even be done editing it, to be honest. It might not even be ready. But I
guess, but like, dude, they can edit a fucking Running Man episode with like 17,000 cameras in a week. Sometimes less. Like, they can edit a whole drama in like less than a week. Like,
yeah,
you telling me they can't? I know you telling me they can't do that? Like, it's crazy. Koreans are freaking editing machines. So it just weirds me out that they can't do it.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, I'm really excited. I really, really am. You know, nowadays an SNSD single or album is like once in a year. You know, so
it's literally fighting like an oil mine. It's seriously fighting an oil mine.
Sometimes it's just shit. Sometimes it's
once
oil.
a year and a half. Once in a year and a half.
But you know, unfortunately, of course, the album's called Mr. Mr. But there is a boy group called Mr. Mr.
There is.
So it's a little strange because every time someone says Mr. Mr., I automatically think of the boy group. But you know,
but they're in the news too.
They also are in the news recently because one of the members, Han, had some issues. Now we didn't report on the issues because they were just he said she said stuff. But so what happens is this guy Han. A girl who happens to be transsexual kind of accused him on like Facebook or on some of the SNS things.
Some SNS like method.
Yeah. Accused them of saying, "Oh, he used me. We lived together. I paid for his stuff. Like I even have a sex video with him. You're making my life horrible," or something like that. And of course,
I can't live this way anymore.
Yeah. You suck so much in bed that this video is just not good enough. No.
I can't sell this video for anything.
I can't sell. No one would even buy this transsexual video. Which, by the way, people would buy that.
Strangely enough.
But you know, Han was quoted as saying, "Oh, I've been friends with this girl for a long time. Like none of this ever happened. We've just been friends. Peace out." But the thing is, the only reason we're talking about it is that he's decided that the girl has said, "I made that up."
She's apologized.
She has apologized and said this didn't happen. But Han was like, I'm also, you know, that happened. I'm going to leave Mr. Mr. I'm going to leave this group.
Which doesn't make any sense. Because, like, if she apologized and you're like, this is a lie. I just made it up.
Yeah.
Why would you leave the group?
And when, you know, we're a little like, you know, if she apologized, I mean, she probably got a little that.
She probably got a little bit of cheddar.
Yeah. But it's so weird. It's like you do all that stuff and then he still decides to leave. Now, Mr. Mister's not like the hottest of all groups.
They're not like a top tier group, mind you.
So this might be just an excuse, like another excuse to be like, yo, like move on, do your own thing. Because that happens a lot in a lot of the smaller groups. But it's just, the process of this was so weird. And the only reason, I mean, I think it was such big news is because the girl happened to be transsexual.
I guess so, yeah.
And then led her to apologize, but then the guy, I don't know. But in other words, sucks to be this guy, I think. Unless it's true.
And I guess...
But then he got what he deserved. I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know.
I just think it's unfortunate that Mr. Mr. is the album name for SNSD and this the group name. But I don't know. Tell us what you guys think about that. Like, we one of our amazing listeners twittered me and was like, hey, what do you think? Can this group survive if this happens? And it's like, I think they'll be okay. I was like, unless it's proven true, I think they're fine. Like, shit like this happens all the time. But it's really surprising that the guy quit, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising. Why would you just leave a group that you've
worked hard?
Yeah, you've trained with these guys for a long time. Like, not even like in a point of like, fame and money, but like when you train with like, a few other dudes for a long time, like they become your friends. And then if I was him, I would feel like I was letting down my group because I was leaving. Like we practiced for so long. Like,
yeah, now you got to learn all the songs differently and the dancing differently. And it's just so weird. It's like when you're leaving, it's like an admission of guilt. Usually,
but it's already been clear that it's not your fault.
Yeah,
I don't know. Let us know. Let us know what you think about it.
It's a little shady. It's a little shady.
It's strange, these K-pop controversies. All right.
But yeah, that's it for, I guess, he said, she said news this week.
Mr. and Mrs.
A lot of I wonder. But you know what? This week has been a little light, but next week it's gonna be SNSD. It's gonna be 21. It's gonna be a week.
In about an hour, 21's gonna be dropping their album Crush. So,
are they also doing album first, or their MV is gonna come out?
I think they're doing album first. I think the MV is not gonna come out until March.
So weird.
It's kind of backwards, but
they're like, SNSD did it.
Well, they
No,
are
that's-
doing.
that's
Well, they
probably
are doing their concert in about a few days.
Oh, man,
The
just
All or
wanna get
Nothing
it out.
concert. Yeah. So that might be what they're going for, but
Yeah.
we'll see what's in store for next week.
Sure. This week we got 5 more groups to talk about. Let's go.
So the next song is Boys Republic with Video Game.
Yeah. Now, Boys Republic, boy group, I think debuted last year.
Yeah, they're definitely a rookie group, but they aren't, new. Right.
Trying to think. I know for a fact I really disliked their debut song. I extremely violently disliked it. It was all auto-tuned, and it was fucking bad. I normally am not that. I know I'm kind of mean normally, but it made me want to kill myself. I will say
it's pretty
this
bad.
song it's okay. I'm okay with it. I like the beat a lot. It made sense that this song was called Video Game because the beat really sounded like something from
Like
older
very
school
video
game.
yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, what else can I say?
I don't. I mean, for me, I don't even remember what Boys Republic's debut song was. I don't think I even listened to it, to be honest. But this concept and this music video and the style of the song really suited each other. But I wasn't really a fan of the chorus. It wasn't very catchy, and the dance, like even though it had its points, they don't look like they dance very well. I'm just gonna throw that out there. From all the groups I've seen, just they have like a dancer, just like a feel to them. I don't feel the same way about these guys. They don't feel like they have that dancer feel. It just looks like they're just going through the choreography, and I don't like that. It just kind of was a minus for me, but the song was okay in general.
Yeah, sometimes I'll watch a boy group and I'll be like, yo, you give me 3 months, I can do that. And I can do it exactly like they do it. And this dance, I think, was kind of like that for me. It wasn't overly complicated. I didn't think they had that much dancer swag, I guess. As much as I hate that word, I end up using it a lot.
But swagger is a good word. Swag
True.
is not. Like, dancers have like a certain swagger to them, right?
Tell Justin Bieber that. But maybe I'm hating on them a little too much. I don't know. But I like this song more than I liked from last week. I liked Top Dog song, Sea Clown song,
Rario, Justice.
I like this song more than BTS.
Boy in
Love, to be honest. I didn't think it was that awful. But also not amazing. Not
actually
special.
yeah. I actually like this song better than those 3 as well. But
not beat.
I think definitely the worst.
The dancing. I like the dancing more in the other videos.
Yeah, I think the worst dancing out of the 4 that we mentioned.
Yeah, and this was the dance video, right? This was the dance version of the video.
I was looking forward to it. I was like, oh, a dance video.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen just a dance performance, but wasn't wowed.
Definitely no Ringa Linga.
Yeah, Ringalingo was definitely the dance video.
Yeah. And the more time has gone by since that video, the more it's like, man, that really, really was really good. Their dancing was really good. Because the other dudes, not so much.
Yeah.
But let's talk about more dudes. Speed made their comeback this week with actually 3 videos. We're all going to mainly talk about one of them. Their song, Why I'm Not. Now, this video actually... if you've been listening to this podcast, I really like certain things. I really like Brave Sound. I really like Wonder Girls. And I really like one-shot videos.
Just for some reason.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying like one-shot videos makes it great. I'm saying it takes an ordinarily boring-ass song and it makes it a little bit better. It makes it a little bit better. And so this video is in one shot with some kind of like zoom-in action kind of dealies. But in general, it's kind of a boring-ass video. It's just a girl walking down a street or an alleyway, and dudes coming up to her and talking to her.
Yeah,
That's
I liken this type of video. I like to call them like walking videos, because all that you see being done is that they're walking. It's kind of like Big Bang and Bad Boy, but I really liked Big Bang's Bad Boy, and I actually kind of like the music video for this one. I mean, granted, it is a little bit dry and boring, but I think it was edited pretty well. The shots, like the angles that they chose, were pretty decent, and all in all, they had a pretty good like command of like facial expressions and things like that. So I'm not gonna harp too hard on the music video. I mean, granted, it is pretty boring. It's just dudes walking after a girl, but I have to say I do like the rapping style of Speed. They are, I think, a rapping group, so the majority of them, or all of them, depending who you ask, can rap, and I do really like the rapping style. So.
Yeah, and last year with Kelvin, we talked about, like, Speed happens to apparently bust out a lot of videos in a short amount of time. And I remember they had like a video last year where they were like wearing like light gloves and stuff, but I don't remember them being super rappy. I really don't. But then this song is a lot more rappy, at least than for what I remember. I definitely could be wrong on that. I'm not a boy group expert.
And we definitely don't follow Speed. So,
but at first I was like, oh, they're just riding on that wave that everybody else is doing. I'm a little hard. I'm
tough.
Rapping, a lot of rapping. But I think they do a decently good job. I did like the song. Like's a strong word. I did tolerate the song.
It was okay. It was okay.
Yeah. I think I liked it more in video game. Which again makes it better than the 3 groups we listened to last week. But we've had female listeners be like, there really needs to be a girl on the podcast, and that's true actually.
We do lack a girl opinion. I mean, I like obviously a lot of boy groups, but I'm not gonna be fangirling over every boy group.
Sure.
Or everything.
And a lot of times we have the same kind of deals to say about all the boy groups. We didn't see any choreo, of course, because it was just them walking. So we can't really talk about that.
But they did release 2 other music videos along with that. One was a dance performance music video, live performance where they were dressed up in like I'm gonna call them the Korean village people. We had like a magician. A lion tamer, a gorilla, just a variety of costumes.
A German, I don't know.
A variety of costumes. And then the other video was actually the leader of Speed, Taewon, I think is his name, Zico's brother.
Sure.
I think he just put out a rap kind of. I'm walking around, swagging out, kind of.
Called Focus.
Or Focus.
Fuck us, maybe, or.
Fuck this,
which makes more sense. Now that rap specifically, that was, I don't want to say real, but that was like J Park, like Duck 2 kind of rap, like a more American flavor, and then kind of Korean rap flavor, I guess. Not like a Lee Sang, not like a they hired black dudes to be in the back and go like that. I mean, it's like, I mean, they did that. But I guess I don't really know what to say about that. I didn't think the song was that bad. The Fuck Us song.
Focus.
Fuck this.
Focus.
But he doesn't say focus. He says fuck us. But I guess they're okay. I don't know.
I like the rapping style. Not really a big fan of that style of rap, but I can respect it. It's not bad.
Sure.
That style.
But Speed, okay.
Not bad.
I probably will download Why I'm Not again. Just listen to it again. So congratulations, I guess.
Yeah. Well, our next song is Park Ji-yoon with Beep.
Beep, beep, bop, bop.
Now Park Ji-yoon, this is the second release that she had. What was her last song? Inner Space? Inner Space. This is the second single that she's released. It has like the Infinity Challenge guys.
J Park was in there.
Yeah, J Park too. Randomly, J Park.
But it's like 70? I don't know what era, but
it looks like they took a whole bunch of scenes from Soul Train, like the Soul Train.
They definitely stole Soul Train songs because I know there ain't enough black people in Korea for that. But it's like intermixed with because it goes from definitely 120p to 720p.
Like we filmed this with a potato.
Yeah, to 480p. Like the quality of the video is it's sometimes it's really sharp And sometimes it's intentionally grainy.
Yeah.
And sometimes it legit is grainy because they stole it from Soul Train.
Yeah.
But the song itself,
I didn't like the song. I'm just gonna say that straight out.
Yeah.
After Inner Space was a decent song. I liked it a good amount, and I listened to it a few times. And I really, really, really liked Mr. Lee, but that was because Primary, maybe.
Primary. Got that Sani in there.
Yeah, and Sunmi. Yeah. This song, not impressed. Not impressed with the song. Not impressed with the video.
I agree fully. I don't even know what to say. Like,
I don't know what to say.
It wasn't even like the Infinity Challenge people were in there, but it wasn't. They didn't even add much to it. Jay Park was in there. They didn't even add much to it. They're just dancing goofily, sort of. But it was weird because it was intermixed with the Soul Train people, and they weren't dancing goofily. That's just how they danced
at the time.
Yeah, and then it would mix with Infinity Challenge, like doing like weird shit. And it's like, okay, like, are you making fun of that era? But at other times, it seemed like they were embracing that era in the style.
Yeah, I didn't feel a good solidarity in the cuts they chose and the editing they did. I don't know what they were going for.
And I don't even think the song really warranted that era look.
It wasn't. I mean, that era reminds me of like funk.
Yeah.
Like trumpets, like dun 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 dun. You know, like funky. But this song, not that great.
Yeah. So sorry, Park Ji-yoon. I mean, you know, we're trying. We try. Most people probably won't even talk to you, but
you give it a try.
We tried. Next, we got T-ara featuring EB with their song "First Love." Now, this isn't a real T-ara song. This is kind of just a handful of the T-ara members helping out
half of them.
A composer for his like special album.
Yeah.
But you know, this song actually is my favorite T-ara song maybe my favorite T-ara song ever.
Wow.
Because it doesn't sound like a T-ara song.
More than Roly Poly.
Hell yeah, more than Roly Poly. I can always admit T-ara. I get why people like them. I personally don't. At least older T-ara. I don't know how the fuck that T-ara M4 song got popular and that other T-ara song, not
Number 9.
Not number 9. The one before that.
That was a T-ara M4 song. J1 Diaries.
How about before that?
Before that, didn't really.
All right, maybe I'm thinking of the Diary song. But you know, I've never really liked them that much, or that style of singing. Maybe it's because I really like Wonder Girls, and they're kind of the same space, which is like really dancey, like easy songs. Sort of.
Yeah, really dancey, like electronic kind of sounding songs.
So I'm always like, Chingus. But I actually kind of like the song the more I think about it.
Because it was more Wonder Girl style than T-ara style, I think.
Maybe. Something about it. It's something about the chorus that I particularly like. I don't know if it's like the note they hit, or I've heard a song similar to that before, and it's a feel good. I don't know.
Just feels good.
But like the rap, I wasn't like offended by it.
I wasn't offended by it.
It was actually
That's
okay.
A plus.
Yeah.
That's a plus for you.
There's a lot of times in girl groups when they rap. I mean, EB is a rapper, and I think in like an upcoming girl group rapping unit or something like that. So
yeah, it's like a 3-member girl group.
Yeah. So I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, good job for not sounding like T-ara.
Yeah. So are you guys surprised that Steven likes a song? Be even more surprised because I don't like this song. I don't like it.
I don't.
There's nothing that really stands out to me. Nothing that's all that catchy. I'm not a huge fan of T-ara's voices. I think they're one of the weakest singing groups. But they did a decent job in this song. I'm just not feeling it.
I mean, it makes sense. This is more my style of song than definitely your style of song. Because there's definitely a lot of songs that you like, and I'm just like, I don't. What?
But there are very few songs that you like and I don't like.
Yes, because you do like a lot of songs, and I don't.
I do. I like to give songs a chance, and I tried to give this song a chance, and I'm not really like feeling it. I just don't really like it as much as I thought I would.
I do need to listen to it again. I maybe just because it was right after some other songs I didn't like, and it was like, ooh,
this sounds good. Yeah.
So I'll definitely give it a shot again, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and say best T-ara song 2014.
All right. I mean, that's not saying much.
Yeah, that's not saying much.
But our last song. Let's talk about our last song. So our last song is a huge release. CNBLUE with "Can't Stop."
Can't stop, don't touch this. Wait,
Can't stop, won't stop.
CNBLUE.
CNBLUE.
Idol band.
One
of the few. Can't stop. Now this song, if I can go first.
Go first.
I actually decently like this song. It had what we were talking about it when we were watching it. It has this good band song of it has some ramp up. And the chorus hits, and it's a good chorus. I did really like the chorus for this song.
Now, I think you're not a really big fan of like what I like to call Frankenstein songs. That was a really big trend in 2013, and this is, if you don't have that kind of build up to the chorus from the verse, it sounds very Frankenstein-y. But that you have that build up into the chorus, it sounds very like unified. Yeah. It sounds like one song. Yeah. And I really, really liked that. I really, really liked the chorus. I'm a pretty big fan of CNBLUE. I really like their songs. Out of like the idol groups, I think I like them the most.
I often get them confused with
FT Island. Yeah.
I don't remember which song is which. I definitely not Lead Apple. Who knows, Chingas?
Those Chingas got hair like me.
But I'm pleasantly surprised. I will say I still don't. I don't know how to say it tenderly, but I still don't buy them as a band. Like their songs, like for example, that AOA Moya song came out, or AOA Black Moya or whatever, and like it was the band unit, but the song didn't sound like a band. Like when we listen to Royal Pirates, like that song sounded like they were playing it. I could hear guitar, I could hear bass, I can hear drum set. And this song is just, it sounds like it was made by a producer, like on his computer hitting buttons, and then they were playing this they were just playing the equivalents.
It's funny you say that because the leader of CNBLUE, Yoonghwa, he writes like a lot of their songs, and I think he wrote this song as well. And he, in my opinion, kind of writes I wouldn't say simple songs, but songs that are that are meant to be really catchy.
Sure.
Like songs that aren't necessarily meant to be really, really technically like heavy. As in like Royal Pirates has some very technical parts in it, right? But the songs that he writes, for the most part, are meant to be really catchy and kind of simple. So it's kind of weird. I think I'm in the same boat as you. I kind of want them to experiment a little bit with their sound. They've been around for a good amount of time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the song, but
yeah, song's good.
I feel like they could do a lot more. If they actually can play instruments very well, you can modify your sound with.
But can they?
Like different instruments or different types of instruments. I mean, like obviously one guitar from another can sound greatly different. The pedals that you use or switches that you use, it really, really affect your sound. Like what effects you use, it really does.
Sure. So like seriously, like if you're like I don't know if they're really good at instruments. I don't know that because I've never heard them super take advantage of it.
I know they could play instruments, but it doesn't really shine in their songs. I feel like a lot of songs are really, really catchy riffs or really, really catchy choruses, not too like instrument oriented.
Yeah,
they're an idol band.
Sure. Like if I didn't know they were a band and I just heard the song, I never would have imagined them actually playing the instruments. If that makes any sense. Much like a lot of people I know that when they watch a CNBLUE video for the first time or FT Island video for the first time, always in the comments they're like, "Are they a real band? Like, are they just playing that for Can they really play?" And it's like, I don't know because the song doesn't really take advantage of it a lot of times.
And you have to be kind of like FT. I think it's either Lead Apple or FT Island. I can't remember which one, but they like do covers of things.
That's Lead Apple.
Lead Apple, yeah, they do covers of things, and they're actually singing and playing instruments a lot of the time, and I can believe that they play instruments because they're playing instruments and singing.
Yeah, I actually really do like some of the Lead Apple covers. I don't actually know that much about FT Island.
Yeah, I really wish that they would kind of stripped down the sound a little bit for bands, for idol bands. A lot of times they're just overproduced, and this song is a little bit too overproduced at some points. You really can't hear instruments sometimes, and we don't like that.
Yeah, but the video was, I mean, okay. It was. There's a part in the video where like it's ramping up. The chorus hits and like everybody jumps and the piano moves. Like and I thought that was really cool. But they only did that like once, and then they kind of abandoned that concept. And of course, it was just a lot of close-ups of the main dude because he's the sexy beast. And of course, you know, when you get a certain level, you can start hiring white people instead of Asian people. So
that's scary.
Yeah, that's scary. It worked out for him.
Rain is in there.
CNBLUE did that. But yeah, I mean, I really did like CNBLUE's song from last year, surprisingly.
But I'm sorry?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, their song I'm Sorry.
It was like released at the very beginning of the year, or near the very beginning of the year.
Can't remember when it was released, but it was a pretty big hit, and I liked it too.
It was them like walking around a city wearing like normal ass clothes, which was great because
that's a lot of their videos.
All right, well, whatever.
All right,
whatever. You know, I apologize. Like, I think I added it up. I mean, we've talked about over 350 songs on these podcasts, or at least I have. In the 43 episodes, which means I've probably watched 900 to 1,000 music videos in the last year and a half. So if we can't remember some things, I do apologize. There's a lot of shit.
There's a lot of things we watch K-pop related,
which makes what is that kind of hard. So you should check that out.
Yeah, I mean, check it out if you want to play along because it's really fun.
It's really fun. We suck. But you know how we like to end the episode. We like to end the episode on a happy note.
We always like to end it on a happy note. Why
yes, we do. Because sometimes we're a little too harsh, and we like to talk about happiness. So this week on My Bias, since Josh had the pick of the week, I get to talk about a song that I really like. Whether it's a big milestone in my life or I just dig the shit out of it.
Yeah. My Bias, we kind of don't really have a set, reason why we talk about it. We just want to talk about songs from the past that, either represent something or we like or when we remember, we just are happy about.
Sure. Last week you talked about, what'd you talk about?
Last week I talked about Raw D, I'm in Love.
Raw D.
The reason I talked about that was because I like to sing it in Noribong every time I go in Noribong.
Yeah, buddy.
And I am like super duper sad as of now because my voice is like super raggedy after this past weekend. I had a cold and I did a little bit of drinking. And now
maybe we were supposed to record yesterday and you went to sleep at 4 p.m. Maybe that happened.
Maybe I didn't sleep.
Maybe.
For like more than 24 hours.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I was drinking.
But anyways, My Bias is my turn. And I've done more My Biases than you because I used to do this with Kelvin. So I'm a little, I had to search a little bit.
Running dry.
But this week I want to talk about a song that I really love. I still love this song. And that is surprisingly, by a boy group.
Boy group, what?
And that is Shinee with their song Replay. What's the Korean name of that?
Nuna Nomo Yepo. Nuna is so pretty.
Nuna, you pretty.
Nuna is too pretty.
Now Shinee, this was the debut song for Shinee. And like I love this song for so many reasons. Like just the song itself, it's a fun ass motherfucking song. It's great, shows off their vocals, I think, does a great job. The video was amazing because at that time, boy groups were not dancing like that. They really were not. I think Shinee is one of the first groups to be like, yo, boy groups you can also dance, guys. You don't have to just do super generic choreography. You can put a little flavor in there. And they were really good dancers. And at the time, they were one of the first groups to kind of actually look different with their style. They came out with like the pastel colors, the kind of tidy tight clothes, which is a staple nowadays. But at the time, it was like it served as a good way of being like, this is a brand new group, brand new music. And I still sing this song to myself at random intervals. And I don't know, what did you like? You're a much bigger Shinee fan than me.
Oh, I'm a huge Shinee fan. This is like one of my favorite Shinee songs, like ever. Obviously,
like ever,
and ever. I'm not sure if I would say it's my favorite Shinee song. It's hard to say what my favorite Shinee song is, but this is definitely in the contention for it. The choreography is really, really fun, like, but really, I wouldn't say intense, but it has a lot of parts to it, and it's a little bit complicated, and their vocals are great on it as well. This is definitely if you haven't heard of this song, this is a must listen to. This is a classic for this kind of second generation, like, boy group. You would say, yeah, second generation boy group.
And like for me, I mean, I have been very vocal in the past about not liking Shinee's songs recently, except for maybe their last song. What that song called? Everybody. There it is. That song is okay, but like for me, Replay is the #1 song they've ever done, and everything they've done after that has gone downhill.
Let's poop.
Yeah, which it should it. When you think about it, like, I had such high hopes for this band after this song. I'm still bitter about it. Like, we went to the Shinee concert. I wanted to hear this song. That was one of the only reasons I went to that Shinee concert, because I don't like a lot of their songs. Did they play that song? Did those Shingles play this song?
I don't think so.
No, they didn't play this damn song.
If they did, it was some weird remix, like, dubstep version.
Like, they say the Macarena, all right? They say the Macarena, but they did not sing this song. I'm a little bitter about that. But that should tell you how much I really like this song, because I still think about it. I still compare every single release Shinee does to this song. And to be honest, not that many guy groups give me the Ghiblies, but like, I really did like this song a lot.
The song gave you the Ghiblies.
Gave me my Gibbles, went Ghibli.
His Gibbles went Gibble Gibble.
Gibble Jabble. So I every time Shinee releases a song, I'm still hoping they'll go back to this kind of style,
which they can't,
but they should, because they've gotten weird. I don't know how else to explain that. They've gotten weird.
They're experimenting with their sound.
They fucking. I don't know how. You're trying to be nice. I'm not. So I'm sorry. But seriously, Shinee Replay, you know, if I'm going to die and there was like 20 playlists of like K-pop songs to play at my funeral, this would be on here 100%. So that's it for episode number 43.
A little bit short this week.
A little bit short, but that's okay. Once again, we want to thank everybody who made it to the very end. I'm going to check you talk real fast. I'm going to check my phone for some name because I want to thank her.
Okay. Yeah, if you like what we do, if you like our reaction videos, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us, like our videos, find us on, did I say Facebook? YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and all that business, all that good SNS business, because we check that stuff. It's important to us. Comment on anything, and we'll read it, basically.
Word.
Yeah.
And tell us, what you liked about it. But I want to give a special thank you to on Twitter. It's at Janine Landette. Janae Landette?
Jane Landette? We don't.
The name's JV Seam. I'm sorry. Names are hard.
This isn't even all that hard.
But I want to thank you so much, because you are one of the old people to Twitter me and say, yo, I make it to the end of every podcast. Who the fuck wouldn't? So thank you.
Thank you, Jane, Janine.
We fucked it up. I'm sorry.
Janine.
Names are hard. Just sorry. If you like Michelle or something. Which reminds me. Okay, that's a real tangent for another day. So thank you, episode 43. We're going to be done.
Sorry we're a bit late.
Be excited. Be excited for SNSD next week. Be excited for 21 next week.
I'm so excited.
Because I'm going to take a fucking shit all over him.
I'm so excited.
So much shit is going to happen.
Bye.